I'm not about to pay $150 when I can just get my keys for free.
So her life was worth less than $150.
So she's dead.
She's got a bullet through the brain. You normally don't survive that.
Have you ever seen a tragedy begin over something as small as a key? What seemed like a minor situation quickly escalated, leading to a loud blast and unfolding into a shocking case that no one saw coming.
So I need to get the facts straight before I get the why straight, and the facts are wrong right now. Because I've got multiple rounds right here.
So you're just saying I'm just a killer going out to kill everyone. That's what you're saying? Yes, okay. Thank you.
Everything began when the relationship between DeAndre and Alicia, a young woman he had been seeing for several months, gradually became tense and toxic. After leaving his apartment, Alicia took a key with her, and that seemingly minor detail became the starting point for the chain of events that followed. Instead of letting it go, DeAndre and his mother tried to meet her again, but that encounter quickly spiraled out of control. In a short period of time, everything escalated into a serious incident that left Alicia hospitalized, while DeAndre and his mother became individuals of particular interest. And that is why they found themselves in the interrogation room, where they began to recount their version of events. But the more they spoke, the harder it became to believe. In the early minutes of the interrogation, DeAndre maintained a calm demeanor and quickly constructed a narrative in his favor, claiming that everything began with trying to retrieve the key and that the situation unexpectedly escalated, forcing him to react.
So now is the time for you to tell us that story, so I get a picture of what we got going on, because I got madness right now.
We don't want any misunderstandings where we're going to be confused about something. So if there's something we need to know, now's the time to say it.
Supposedly, my ex-girl had my keys. I was trying to get my keys. I called her. I was like, can you meet me somewhere so I can get my keys back, please? And she blocked my number. And then I tried to call her off my mom. She didn't answer. We're about to turn in.
That's your mom's water, by the way, so if you get thirsty,
Right.
I can get you a new one or you can share with your mom. I would drink after my mom, but if you want a new one, you let me know.
It's okay.
Okay.
We're about to turn in Golden Corral because she flicked her lights at us because I guess when we were leaving Walmart, because she told me to meet her at Walmart, and when we were leaving, she was already coming, so she flicked her lights, so I hadn't seen her. She pulled in Golden, I pulled in Golden. She hurried up, did like a fast U-turn. So I'm like, okay. I got out the car. I'm trying to like walk up to her to talk to her. Like, can I get my keys? She hit me with the car, and then a guy hopped out of the car and started shooting at me. And I'm like trying to hurry up, figure out where can I go to not get shot. And I'm trying to worry about my mom, not make sure she's not getting shot. And I just hopped in the car. I hear cops coming, so I'm like, Mom, just take me away. I'm not supposed to be nowhere near cops or anything. I'm not supposed to talk to them. I'm on probation. And then she took me, and then I see the cops on me. I'm like, all right, I'm just gonna get out the car because they're following you. They're gonna take me for no fucking reason. The dude who shot took off running, and they don't even got that person.
Okay.
And that's what happened.
Okay.
At the same time, his mother, Wendy, provided a similar account to reinforce the image that they were simply caught up in an unintended situation. This is a common tactic suspects use to control the narrative from the beginning, but the overly perfect consistency often makes the statement more suspicious.
I know that he was with his ex-girlfriend Alicia that he's been having problems with.
Okay. Do you know Alicia's last name?
Skaggs.
Okay. Sure.
And keeps coming back to him. She's got a PPO on him, and she keeps coming over and telling him that, oh, she's homeless and she needs help, and could she please stay the night with them? And she asked him to take her up to the store and get Slurpee. They went and got a Slurpee, and from my understanding, from what I was told, that they said they were paying the cashier, because I was down at the casino, and they were paying the cashier, and the cashier said something about take your credit card out, and it was like, I didn't pay with a credit card, sir, and he was like, watch your fucking tone with me, and he was like, I ain't even got an attitude, and some guy behind him said, oh, they're just high, and then started talking trash to him.
About your son?
Yeah.
Is this today, just for clarity?
No, this was Saturday.
Okay.
Did they just have problems not too long ago? It sounds like you were involved in that case with them fighting.
No.
It was like back in December, I think.
No, I wasn't involved in it. They were there, supposedly fighting at the house. I didn't have nothing to do with
I thought
it.
you called him or something.
I called and she said that, he told me that she left and she had the police at the house and she was getting her stuff that he told me, I guess she's getting her stuff, the police are here. And she lied in the statement because, I'm sorry, my medicine once I get to talking, because I get migraines all the time.
Do you need anything?
Water.
Yeah, we can do that. Okay.
Okay.
DeAndre McLilly continued to portray himself as someone caught in an unintended situation, emphasizing that all his actions stemmed only from wanting to resolve a personal issue.
Does she have emotional problems?
Yes, she has.
Do you think that you have emotional problems at all?
Yes, I
Okay.
do.
Now, are we talking like clinical, or just like you just are so in love, so you do crazy shit, I think?
No.
No what?
Like, not the second one, not that one, but the first one you said, sir.
Okay. You diagnosed with anything?
Yes.
What are you diagnosed with?
Bipolar, anxiety, and ADHD.
Okay. You're on your medicine now, though, I'm imagining?
Oh, yes.
Because you seem is doing well as you could be, right?
Yes.
I don't see you having an episode or anything like that. Okay. So this morning, you're gonna leave. Mom's gonna pick you up. She's gonna take you to your boss's in Grand Blanc. That's what she tells me. Is that right?
Yes.
Okay. Boss's name?
Steve.
Last name?
Don't know his last name by heart, but I know if you look up his company,
What's the company name?
By the Square.
By the Square.
Okay.
By the Square.
Roofing reference.
Yes.
Sure. Okay. So you go to work. Where do you work at today?
I worked in Detroit.
Any communication with her via cell phone or text?
Nothing at all until at 12, my break. I try to see if she left or where's my keys or what.
Via text or call?
I called.
Okay.
I called her. She didn't answer. I tried to call again. No answer.
Okay.
So when I'm about to go back onto the roof, she calls. She was like, I just woke up, yada yada. Did your mom come in or something? Because the light's on. I heard some voice. I'm like, I don't know. I haven't been there.
Did you tell your mom that she was still in the crib when your mom took you to Grand Blanc in the morning?
I know.
You didn't let her know that she stayed the night?
Mm-mm.
Were you going to keep it from her? I'm guessing mom would not like that based on everything that's gone on?
Yes.
Okay. When does mom find out that she's...
I think when she walked into my house and, like, heard her or something.
So, do you know for a fact your mom went to the house?
I know she did because Alicia said she heard a girl voice.
Did you ask your mom about it?
No.
Okay. All right, so you're at work. She calls. She says...
She heard someone...
But she's still in the house. She just woke up, and this is around noon.
Like noon. And then I got out around like 5-ish.
Okay.
6 o'clock.
Okay.
I called her. I'm like, where are you at?
Is mom already picked you up at this point?
Yes.
Okay. So you're in the car with mom?
Yes.
Where are you heading towards?
I'm heading towards home.
Initially?
Initially.
Okay.
And then I called her.
Because she could very well still be there?
Yes.
Okay.
So I'm trying to head home, and I call her. I'm like, so where are you at? Did you give my mom the keys? She's like, I totally forgot. I'm in Southfield making errands. I'm like, oh my gosh, that's the only keys I have.
What does that mean, making errands? Because Southfield's a hell of a drive for errands.
30 minutes away? Yeah, I know.
Do you know what that's about?
No, I don't know nothing.
It's not like drugs or anything like that, is that?
I do not know, sir.
But nothing to your knowledge?
Nothing to my knowledge.
Okay, sure. All right, sure. Go ahead.
I just know she had to make some errands.
Okay, so she's making errands, but you want your keys because you want to get inside
my house.
You want to clean up. You
So
want to
you
clean up.
literally can't get in your house?
No.
Okay. Yeah, that's not cool.
He tried to keep the story in a direction favorable to himself, but when questioned more deeply, his statements began to show inconsistencies. This led investigators to gradually grow suspicious and increase the pressure, forcing him to continuously adjust his account. Sometimes, controlled vagueness is the clearest sign that the person telling the story does not truly hold the truth, and that is also the moment when the interrogation begins to turn.
Somehow you got down to like,
Yeah.
where did you say you went from here? Sorry, I missed it.
I don't know.
Is she telling you where she's at? How do we end up from here to here and then bump into her down here? This is where I'm really
Because I was coming back home, and I don't know how Walmart's way over here when I had to take Miller and then take a right on Ballinger.
Mm-hmm. Which would have been how you got home, but I mean, normally, like if I was going to drive,
Yeah.
Obviously I'm a police officer, so I know every road like the back of my hand, but I would have went like, Corona to to Ballinger here, and that would have taken you all the way down, or Crown to the 75, and then you could have went Bristol over your house or whatever. But
Oh, that's what. Ballinger. Then when I was about to keep going straight, I think that's when she flicked me. We started
do you, know,
going.
do you know what you were by?
No, I do not.
Okay. Is it possible you were over here? Because this is like quite a drive to end up way over here.
Sir, I
No, it's
can't
fine.
tell
I'm
you.
not trying to get you like too detailed. Do you remember what businesses were on when she flipped her lights out?
I was not paying attention. I'm trying to get in my phone to figure out like where I can tell her to pull over or talk to me.
Are you trying to meet along the way, or are you just driving home and you happen to cross her?
I was heading home and I just crossed her.
Okay. And she flips her lights, and then what?
She flips her eyes, she pulls in golden, but she speeds, like, I'm talking about, so I'm like, hold on, Mom. I got out the car, I'm trying to walk, hey, stop, and then boom, I got hit with her car. She hit me, I flew over, and then a dude started hopped out the back seat. His name's Major. I don't know his real name, but on Facebook it's Major.
I was about to ask that. Is that Facebook? What is it, Major?
Major.
Like M-A-G-O-R? Or
Yes.
J-O-R?
Yes.
Okay.
That.
Okay.
Do you know what major or anything else?
No, but I know of the picture. I know exactly what he looks like. I know he got a beard and everything.
Okay, so he jumps out.
He jumps out, and I'm on the ground, and I see him reaching for something.
Does she hit you with the car?
Yes, she hits me with the car. That's why my legs, like, mess up.
The differences between the two statements became clearer as investigators directly compared each part. One side described the incident as occurring at a single location, while the other mentioned multiple stops before the main event took place.
When she flipped us down, we pulled in, but she sped in there, and I tried to get out. So I was like, hey, stop, and then she ran into me.
So does she drive into you? Does she back into you? Does she hit you in the door?
Dead on. Dead
So
on.
you're standing there, hey, talk to me, and she just kicks and drive and goes.
Yes, like, she sees me, so I say at least 3 cars length apart. She sees me right there saying, stop, can I talk, can I get my keys, stop, and then she's just gassing it, and I'm like, oh, she's gonna really try to hit me. And she hit me, and then the dude hops out, I'm on the ground, I looked up, I see him reach for something, so I'm trying to hurry up, run to my mom's car to make sure she's not in danger. Dude started shooting, doom, hit my mom's car, and then hit her side window and windshield, and then he shot. As soon as I turned behind my mom's car, he shot right behind me, and I started running. And then my mom was like, I gotta get you out of here, So I'm like, okay, you just go, I'll worry about them, I'll meet you, I don't want you to get hurt, just go. So I'm running, here comes a dude chasing me. I'm like, oh my God, I'm about to die. Dude shot again, so I try to go behind, I think the T-Mobile or whatever.
Okay, so down by Unbelievable Burger?
Yep, got right there, then he lost me, or I lost him because I couldn't see him anymore.
DeAndre gradually showed signs of confusion, unable to clearly explain these contradictions, and began avoiding certain specific questions. The atmosphere in the interrogation room also shifted from neutral to more confrontational.
And then she pulls in the Culvers, and we pulled in behind her, and he went to go ask her, where's my keys? And then she pulled off.
Okay, and then what?
And then we followed her, and then we pulled into Golden Corral, and he got out and ran and said, hey, where's my keys? And then she tried to run him over, and then she ran into the pole, and 2 guys jumped out and started shooting.
At who?
At my car.
2 guys jumped out of that car and started shooting?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And then what?
I turned around and took off.
What was your plan?
To get away and call the cops.
Okay. You got pretty far away.
Yeah,
And we never received a 911 call from you, right?
because I wanted to get home and call.
Even though you just got shot at?
Yeah, because I was scared. I wanted to get home and call so we could make a statement at home.
Okay. All right, I'll wait for my partner to get back, I think. No.
This is a critical stage, where investigators do not need to present evidence immediately, but simply allow the internal contradictions to undermine the suspect's credibility.
Why'd you run if you were being shot?
Because
I don't really care, I'm just curious.
listen, sir, I'm on probation. I'm not supposed to have no police contact. So if I had police contact right there, I would have been going to jail.
I know, but now you still ran and still...
Yes, I understand. I was just scared for my life
Okay.
because I'm getting shot at.
No, I
don't
understand.
know what to do.
I want you to contact us so we can help you. That's what I'm saying. I understand
See,
you.
my mindset, like, is not set like that. My mindset is just run and just
I
run.
need a closer one.
I can zoom in. Do you want that, the neighborhood? Like, is that what you're looking at?
Probably like in here. Actually, you know what? I'll go get it.
Oh, I was gonna ask you if that Facebook was like DTM major?
Yes.
Okay. You don't know who he is?
No, but I know of him and I know that he does that things.
He does bad things?
Yes.
Okay. Is she friends with him?
Oh, she friends and used to date him. See, I didn't
How
know.
many stays?
Like east side, north side, I think.
Okay. And I might have missed it, so I apologize, but he started shooting at you in the parking lot of Golden Corral?
Yes.
Okay. Was there any shots fired by him anywhere else on Miller Road?
No.
Okay. So only
Right
Golden
there
Corral.
and right behind Golden Corral, heading towards T-Mobile, he shot again.
DeAndre tried to maintain the story that he was attacked and forced to act in self-defense at the Golden Corral location, but investigators quickly pointed out contradictions between his statement and his mother's.
You know this is pretty important stuff that we're dealing with, right? And I know you're not being honest with me. It's okay. It's your son, I understand. But if you don't give an honest recollection,
I am giving honest.
well, that's not it here, okay? So there's cameras all over out there.
Mhm.
And I know your son shot at the car. I know you're sitting right there. I know you picked him up. So what happens is I can't trust anything anybody says as far as it being self-defense or anything if you guys are all going to lie to me off the beginning. Does that make sense? So I understand you're scared, but scared is not a defense to whatever is happening, okay? So the problem is that someone down the road from this is going to view you, okay? There's a camera in that thermostat. It's not a real camera, right? You've never seen a protective cover on that. And they're going to see this, and nothing you say is going to be consistent with everything that happened, because there's a bunch of eyewitnesses out there. There's cameras. You guys are going to have cell phone records. You know, going to show all your route travels and all that. And then whatever is said about it being self-defense, or we didn't do this, or we did that, no one's going to believe you, and people are going to view you as a liar. And what do people hate the most? Being lied to, right?
Right.
And I can't trust you here on the small stuff, like the basics I already know, because how long did it take me to come talk to you? 3 or 4 hours, right?
Mhm.
So I come in, talk to my guys, they all have cameras, technical services units in there, they download the cameras, I'm viewing those cameras, crime labs out there, they tell me I got these casings in these locations, and then you're going to give me a story that's 180 degrees off from that. It doesn't help me at all. And it makes you look like you are now accomplice to a shooting, right? So this is not good. I want you to not make things worse. I think there's 2 sides to every story, but your side is not a truthful story, and it's going to do nothing but hurt you and your son. Okay? Just because your son made a mistake today doesn't mean that other people didn't start the mistake. But your story is 180 degrees out from everything. It's not consistent, and it does not help me. Okay?
When confronted with evidence, investigators continuously applied pressure, forcing both of them to explain the inconsistencies in their accounts. Under that pressure, his mother began to waver and requested a lawyer, while DeAndre eventually admitted that he had fired the gun but still attempted to justify his actions by mentioning someone named Major. The entire development shows investigators gradually breaking down their statements, causing the story of the mother and son to lose credibility.
So if they did shoot at you, which you have bullet holes in your car, I need to know the truth about where that occurred, why it occurred, and if we're doing this rolling gun battle thing. But the way you tell the story isn't consistent. Her car can't crash like that from Golden Corral's parking lot. So before we ever talk about anything that you may or may not have done wrong today, lying to a peace officer, I'm a peace officer, even though you normally know me as a police officer, I'm a detective, but it's a peace officer of the state of Michigan while investigating a shooting, and we'll get into the severity of that shooting, which I don't know if you've heard about that just yet. It's like a 5-year felony just for lying in this room, okay? I'm willing to take that off the table since I'm the victim of that crime because you're lying to me. But if you continue going forward, you're going to catch charges just by lying in this room, okay? And I already know that's not consistent. Is that fair?
I want an attorney because I'm not lying.
Okay. I don't want you to not be honest about what happened. There's a reason you did what you did, and there's all the evidence in the world that supports that. But the only thing that makes that any sort of okay would be getting the other side of what they did to you. So you're leaving out that part of the puzzle. Remember how I talked about the picture has like, you know,
The road.
well, no, I mean, okay, let's just say this. Okay, like if this is your story, this is the only thing that makes sense to their story. This is the only thing that makes sense to their story. This is the only thing that makes sense, right? Because everybody doesn't want to talk about what they did, right? Just all the stuff of he did this, they did this, he did this, right?
Yeah.
So you're doing the same thing, which is fine because everyone does that when they're scared. The good thing we have is cameras, right? Forensic evidence makes it a lot easier. So I know you fired out there.
Yes.
I know the gun's in the car. I know all that. I know you're scared. It's
Yes, sir. Yes, I did. Yes, I fired.
I know, but there's a reason for that, right?
We just need to know the reason why. I mean, everything can be explained, you know what I mean?
There's an explanation, but the thing I don't want to say is
You might be started.
nothing. Nothing. I'm not charging you with anything. We're just talking. I don't charge people. I talk to people in this room. But there's a reason all this happened, and I need to get your side of the story because the only thing that makes it look like, again, this is crude, right? But they are never going to say what they did wrong. And they're never going to say why you did the things that you don't want to talk about, right? And so the only person that can tell me about what they did is you. And that is all the difference. That's the difference between someone that's evil and someone that's acting in self-defense or someone that's just emotional or whatever it is that story.
Okay. Major, we're on Miller. Major rolled around the window and I seen a gun coming out. We pulled in Culver's. I took 2 shots, boom. Somehow we made it to Golden Corral. I hopped out, but I didn't have my gun on me on that time, or no gun.
Okay.
I hopped out just to say stop. She hit me. Major got out, started shooting more, and then yes.
Okay. So you're saying you let off 2 shots on
Yes,
Culver's?
sir.
Okay. It's not that big a deal. So how do you guys end up finding each other? Because I think you're like leaving out how you crossed each other's path. Your story does not make sense there. And now that we're being
I'm
honest,
telling you, like, I was on my way home and
Okay.
she was coming and she seen me.
as long as you're just being honest, just tell me you're being honest.
I'm being honest with you.
I don't want to argue then. I believe you on that, okay? Because you're telling me about this. We might have to come back to it, but for right now, I'm going to take your word, okay?
Under the pressure from investigators, DeAndre gradually changed his statement by beginning to admit part of his actions, but still tried to explain them in a way that benefited himself.
What happened? I seen Alicia driving, another girl in the passenger, and 2 guys in the back.
Okay. All right. And they're pulling the Culver's. You follow them behind. What makes you shoot? You said you shot twice.
Yes, because Major was rolling down his window and I seen a gun.
Okay. Were you already out of the car?
No, I was still in the car.
And were you guys parked behind him or the side?
We were parked behind him, but when I was about to get out,
Okay.
that's when he was rolling down the window. I heard the guy back then, and then that's when I seen the gun.
Okay.
And then that's when I rolled down my window. She sped off, and I shot 2 guys.
Okay. Were you just pissed because they're being stupid?
Yes.
You shot from, like, inside the passenger?
Oh.
Or did you get out?
I like had my window down, door open a little tight.
And you're on the passenger side, your mom's driving?
Yeah.
Is your ass still in the seat or are you standing on the ground?
Still in the seat.
So you're just like leaned out?
Yeah, half.
Okay.
But I didn't shoot at the car or nothing. I shot at the ground.
Okay.
You will see the marks and everything. I made sure I didn't hit.
So is it fair to say you were just pissed that, like, oh, you're going to threaten me with a gun? Fuck you.
That, I was pissed because of the threat of the gun, and she's not trying to give me my house.
But they're driving away, so it's fair to say that you don't think he's going to shoot you anymore at this point, right?
No.
So this isn't like, and it's not that big a deal. We didn't hit anybody, I don't care. This is like this is just a I'm fucking fuck you shot, correct?
Yes.
Is that fair?
Yes, sir.
I'm not mad at you. I've been mad before too. Okay. So they peel out of there. Where do they go? Because you're following them.
At least right here or something.
Ketzler.
I don't, wait.
So this is,
Let's go.
When you come out,
there's a little side street right here.
little side street,
Yep.
yes.
And then this is back up to Lennon up here. Did you guys go up here?
Yeah, but we didn't take a left. We took this like a right, but how?
I will tell you, this is what he said, and you tell me if that makes sense to you or not.
Alright.
Huh?
I said alright.
He says, okay, so Culver's is right here. He says you guys went like this back down into Golden Corral.
Correct, yes.
But
But
this
we
is-
didn't take a left, that's the thing.
Do you think you turned right?
No,
Do you
we
think-
took a right
do you
for
think-
sure.
Did you-
I know for a fact.
Did you turn right or left into Golden Corral?
We took a right.
Okay, so I'm gonna think that you're probably right, that you made a whole bunch of rights and came in that
Yes,
way.
yes.
All right.
That's exactly what happened.
Okay, so you go this way.
That makes more sense.
Yes.
Investigators continuously asked questions and cross-checked information, causing the story to show many inconsistencies. As time went on, DeAndre's statements became unclear and contradictory, indicating that he was struggling to maintain his original version under interrogation pressure. When a person has to constantly revise their story, they not only lose consistency but also unintentionally create evidence against themselves.
Another little kind of truth nugget, that there's really good cameras on both these buildings.
Yes,
Okay.
you would see what she would do. She pulled right in there, did the whole zoom,
You
hit me, and then measure. Yeah.
Jumped out? Okay, you fired shots down here though too. Yeah.
Yes.
Okay. Tell me about that.
When they ran into the thing,
The pole.
the pole, and Major was shooting, and I heard my mom's car got hit. That's when I started to shoot. I shot 2 more times. That's it.
So he's shooting at you, how many times?
3 to 5.
3 to 5. Now the gun you have
Yes.
in the car, there's actually 2 of them,
Mhm.
a 380
Mhm.
and a 9.
Mhm.
Those are both yours.
Yeah.
Well, they're not your mom's.
No. Yes, they're mine.
And they're actually Major's.
Caleb's.
Caleb's Major, right?
No.
Caleb's not Major.
Caleb is not Major.
I thought they were one and the same.
No.
Those are Caleb's guns.
Them are Caleb's friends.
Okay.
Oh, now you really threw me.
So we were under the assumption that Caleb and Major are the same person.
Oh, no. No.
Okay.
Because Caleb is Caleb Stemple, and Major is a whole different dude. Whole different dude.
Okay.
You don't know who he is.
No, that's why I don't.
Well, obviously, DCM Major is friends with Caleb, right?
Yes.
Does he ever post pictures of Caleb on his Facebook?
No, but I can tell you or show you what Caleb's look like.
What is, do you know Caleb's Facebook?
It's weird. It's a weird name.
How did you end up with Caleb's guns? There's a report saying you stole them.
I didn't steal them. Alicia brought them to me and was like, "Hey, I got these for a present for you."
Alicia does too much.
Yeah.
So, for clarity, DCM Major, was he in the car?
Yeah.
That's the guy
Was
that's shooting
Caleb?
you.
Yeah, that's the dude who was shooting.
Was Caleb in the car?
Caleb, I don't know where is Caleb and Lewis. I think they just got dropped off there because I didn't see Caleb or Lewis, but I had a glance and I thought it was Lewis, but I wasn't 50-50
So the 2
sure.
dudes in the back would assumingly be Lewis and Major.
And Major, yes. Yes.
Brought Cassie's picture of this roadhouse to see if this person is the Major person?
Yeah.
Because he ran
You know
behind
who that
here.
person is?
Yeah, that's Major.
That's actually Major, not Caleb.
Huh?
Not Caleb?
No, that's Major. Wait. Ooh, it's kind of hard.
Yeah, I know for sure. I can't read that one.
Because they're the same color, but
Are they brothers, or how do they know each other?
I do not know by heart.
DeAndre continued to insist that he acted in self-defense and did not pose any danger, but investigators continuously compared his statements with the scene diagram, pointing out multiple inconsistencies.
Because I was going to walk because I thought she was by herself. Because she told me on the phone before she was supposed to give me my keys, I'm just by myself sitting in Walmart parking lot. So I'm thinking she's still by herself. But she had Lewis, Major, and all these other people.
Okay, so the spots that you actually shot from is, I know we went over the Culver's one, that was 2 in the drive-thru, right? And you said that was in the grass. Okay, this isn't a very good big picture, and I'll see if my Tilbury has a bigger one, but the drive-thru at Culver's is right here. What grass are you talking about?
Wait, the exit.
Oh, back here.
Mm-hmm.
Well, the drive-thru's right here, I think.
I'm
sorry, it is. You know what, I'm backwards, I'm sorry, I apologize. I was looking at it the wrong way.
I don't
So
think-
it is this way,
Yeah.
okay. So
Because you pull out right on the side.
where would you have shot into the grass? Was it this side?
Mm-hmm. That's fine.
Okay, so right here is probably where?
Like right to the X, like where the exit's at,
Mhm.
that's where I shot, right there at the grass.
Gotcha. That makes sense. Okay. And so you shot there.
Yes.
Where else did you shoot? So nothing like this whole drive that you guys
That
did
whole
through
drive.
all these, nothing here.
Nothing. The only thing I keep seeing is Major keeps trying to peek out his head, peeks his head, peeks his head.
Well, when we first get down,
Yeah.
that's fine. So we're starting from the beginning, because that was Culver's, right? So I want to highlight the areas where you were when you shot the gun.
Clovers and then
And
right
then,
there.
okay, so here, you're at mom, with mom right here, right?
Mhm.
Shots here?
Not there. Right over here when she was coming, and then I just shot to the side.
But that's, okay, she stopped and then you took off running. Sorry,
Mhm.
you ran over here first, right?
Yep.
Okay, so one shot here.
One shot there.
Okay, so one shot here from these X's. And then you ran back over here, right?
Yep. And then when I was running that way,
That's when the gun jammed?
that's when the gun jammed, and that's when Major got out of the car and started shooting, and that's when my mom came down here. And I'm
You think
trying-
that's when your mom's car got shot?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it is for sure.
So then she goes down here, and you are back running over
Back
there.
running over there,
And
trying to
Fix the
rack
gun.
it, fix it.
You shoot any rounds from down here?
No, I didn't. My gun just jammed. Like nothing.
Did you fire any more rounds after that?
No.
You can't get it to work?
Nothing. It's soft.
Okay. Are you sure about the one round here?
Oh, I'm positive.
Only one?
Only one.
What direction do you shoot towards?
To my right.
Are you facing Miller Road?
Nope.
So you're facing,
So if I'm standing this, like this, facing that.
like, towards, well, just draw a direction that way, then, clear.
So I'm facing the field.
So you're, okay, so you're shooting to the north, is really what that is, but,
But I shot like, I shot like this, to the side.
you're facing this way.
Yeah, I'm facing this way, but I shot to the side.
Why are you facing that way?
Because that's where she's coming towards me.
That's
And-
what she's, I apologize, I was thinking that you already, okay, so
Oh,
you had
no.
already, okay, I got you. So she's already coming this way, and
Yeah.
you're worried she's gonna run you over?
Run me over, yeah.
Okay.
And so I shot to see if she would stop.
Mhm.
No.
But they crash, and he starts getting out, so you're like, oh no, I gotta go.
I gotta go, I gotta get out of
And you
here.
run back to mom, who's down here, you put the gun in the car,
Yes.
and then you start taking off this way, because
Major was...
Major, Starling, his name is running this way, and then you hide. You don't have the gun anymore?
No.
All right.
Under pressure, he still tried to minimize his actions and avoided admitting the full truth, while investigators shifted to psychological tactics, emphasizing the consequences of lying to force him to face reality.
Now, help me out on how the guns end up in the car. You're going from work to pick up the keys, but you're got a 380 and 9 with you.
Yes, I had him in a bush by my works. I was about to take him home, but I got him out the bush before I was about to be on my way home. My mom picked me up when I got him out the bush. I was going home, called her, thinking she's gonna be home, so I could just go home. But she wasn't home.
Why were you getting the guns out of the bush if the bush was your storage unit?
Because I felt like people were getting like too close and knowing my area where I was putting them.
Your bush?
Yes.
How would they know about your bush?
Just people kept on watching me like when I walk.
Play with the bush?
Yeah.
Okay.
Overall, the interrogation showed that DeAndre's story was losing credibility as each detail was examined, and these contradictions gradually caused his self-defense argument to collapse, a clear demonstration that when statements no longer align with evidence, the truth will eventually come out.
So, looking at the scene, there's some casings here, kind of where you're standing, and there's some cases here. Now, you had mentioned that you fired
You understand what that means, right?
casings.
Yeah, gun
Okay.
casing and the bullet, whatever.
Okay. There's like 2 or 3 rounds over by the car, and then there's like 4-ish, 4 to 5 out here in the parking lot. Now, you said 2. Is it possible in the heat of battle that there's more rounds out here? Because what they're going to do is forensically match.
Match, yeah, I know.
So, my guess, you tell me if I'm wrong, is that you're maybe underplaying things and that 2 is really that 4 to 5 that's out here.
Oh, I already shoot 4 to 5, I know for a fact I didn't.
Well, they're going to match those up.
Oh, that's fine.
Okay. And now you said you shot at the ground, right? So what this gets into is that everybody in their life has been wronged by somebody. pick your head up. Everyone in their life's been wronged by somebody, and normally, a lot of times it's silly. It might be, no, you don't look bad in that dress, or, no, that's okay, no, I really don't like that person, or whatever it is. But it's the lie that's more offensive than the actual act. And so this may come down one day to a jury of your peers listening to your story, and they're going to judge you, right? That's why they're, judge and jury, right? It's the jury's job to weigh what you did and decide whether or not, what people are alleging you did versus what you're saying you did. And they're going to go on your credibility. And if you are found to be a liar here today, then in my experience, I could be wrong, but they're going to think you're a liar, right? And they're going to think they're not going to believe you. So you lose your credibility, right? Mm-hmm. Now, I think I can explain away on my end why you were not honest initially, because you don't want to get in trouble, you shot a gun in the car, blah, blah, blah. You're worried about that, right? But now we have to come to Jesus, hey, look, this is going to happen with or without you, we certainly want you to help yourself. So then you tell me these stories that's really minimizing the situation, which is fair, right? You're never going to say, I ate the whole box of cookies, I just had one, and possibly it was my brother that finished the thing off, I just cracked the seal. So that's what we're kind of getting into, is that
The final moments of the interrogation revealed a clear shift in DeAndre's psychological state. When the details could no longer be reasonably justified, he gradually became passive, responding to questions rather than actively guiding the narrative as he had at the beginning. At this point, investigators focused on clarifying motive and asked direct questions, forcing him to confront the consequences of his actions.
They're going to tell me, I almost guarantee it, that all these casings are yours, that they were fired from that 9mm Glock, same one that's down this Culver's. We did find the two fired cartridge cases down there. They're going to tell me all these rounds were fired from the same gun, and so are those ones down there. And people are going to say he minimized it, meaning he didn't want to get in trouble. He was worried about himself, not about what happened, and so he minimized it. We're not going to believe him because other people are telling a very evil story about you.
Oh, I know.
And it has nothing to do with keys, and it has to do with you looking to shoot people.
Oh, I know.
And I'll tell you, your mom doesn't help your situation any. You guys are chasing this car. You're on camera throughout the township. It looks like you're on a murder mission. So I need to get the facts straight before I get the why straight, and the facts are wrong right now because I got multiple rounds right here.
So you're just saying I'm just a killer going out to kill everyone. That's what you're saying? Yes, okay. Thank you.
No, that's what I'm saying people may interpret you as, because they're not going to believe you because you said you fired 2 rounds, and I'm telling you based on my training experience that the 4 to 5 out there are 100% yours, and the maximum to call.
Yes, but I guess they're not going to find his shell casing, are they?
We have multiple over here that I believe are from him. I can't do anything until we get over that. Because if you would have told me your story 4 hours, 6 hours ago, whatever it was, right after I had one, oh yeah, sure, man, you seem nice, I like you, I believe that. But now, I've got cameras, I've got the lab out there, the lab's doing their laser trajectories.
See, I didn't know I shot in the car, because when the car was coming, I was moving, and I'm trying to shoot away and not at the car, and I guess one of the bullets went through. And I'm being dead honest with you on that. Like, I was not trying to aim for the car at all. Yeah, I maybe was trying to scare them and, hey, but no, I was not trying to shoot.
What do you mean by scare them?
Like, scare them, hey, stop, when they got, real close.
Point the gun at them, scare them?
No. I had it in my pocket, and I moved the clip towards them to, hey, and then that's when
That bullet.
See, that's what I'm talking about. I don't know when I was trying to move down, going down, coming down.
Okay.
Because I was trying to shoot on, shoot the tire type. But I guess when I was aiming up, it went like that.
I thought you were shooting the grass. Or was the grass the original 2-shot story?
Yes, because that's where the grass was coming when they were turning.
Well, they're going straight.
Yeah, they're going straight, but they're about to turn right here. And the grass is right there.
I thought you were shooting this way. Now you're shooting this way?
Yes.
Okay. Do you know anybody's injuries in this car?
No. None.
Okay.
Nobody saying what is anyone heard.
So
what's going on?
We'll talk about it.
The interrogation concluded when neither side had much more to add, but what had been said was enough to outline a picture completely different from the original story. Sometimes, what makes a case clear is not a full confession, but the step-by-step process of exposing contradictions until the truth reveals itself.
So she's dead.
She's got a bullet through the brain. You normally don't survive that.
She's probably gonna live long enough to donate organs.
So she's dead.
She's not dead, but she's got a bullet through the
I have
brain.
good
She's not
outlook.
gonna make it though.
The only person I know that has survived a bullet wound lived for a year and then died to the head. So it doesn't look good at all to put things in perspective.
And that's why I want to get your perspective. And it's that this
You
was,
guys don't believe me though, that's the thing.
but no, you're telling me this was all worth it for a set of keys. Well, you're telling me.
It wasn't worth it for the set of keys, but it was worth of defending myself, of not trying to get shot, yes.
The court concluded that this was not self-defense, but an intentional act of pursuit and shooting. DeAndre McLilly was sentenced to 57 years in prison, with eligibility for parole after at least 40 years, while his mother received 45 years for being an accomplice and obstructing the investigation. The verdict affirmed that both must bear full responsibility for the serious consequences they caused. Everything comes to an end, and the one who caused the tragedy will have to face the consequences of their own actions. But the victim can never return to life as it once was. Even though she was fortunate to survive, the pain and the trauma of that day will remain deeply etched in her mind, like a memory that can never fade.